I just got back from the doctor. It went very well. Gosh, I feel such a relief. I saw a different doctor than I normally see, and I like both of my doctors that I see there, but um, instead of seeing Dr. Nara, I saw Dr. Estes, who was my original doctor at this facility. I go to kind of a state-run mental health facility to get my mental health care. And so I saw my old doctor, Dr. Estes, and he asked how I had been doing, and I said I'd been doing better, or that I had been better, rather. And we talked about medicine, we talked about symptoms in medicine. I told him the three major symptoms that I've been having, which are that I've been sleeping too much, that I've been feeling anxiety, like I'm gonna die with each breath, and that I had an auditory hallucination last night that made me so disturbed that I stayed up all night. And I told him that I want to be on fewer medicines. I had been practicing that, and I did it. I told him that I want to be, of course I want to be taking all the medicines necessary to do what we need to do to make me healthy, but that I want to be on as few medicines as possible. And he went along with that. So ultimately, in this session, we went from me being on 6 different psych meds to me being on 3 different psych meds, which I feel is a major step in the right direction. I actually, given my reading and my understanding of myself and my understanding of bipolar disorder, my kind of ultimate cocktail would just be 2 medicines, which would be 1 mood stabilizer and 1 antipsychotic. It seems to me that would be the kind of the ultimate minimalist medicinal cocktail for bipolar disorder. And I'm down to something very close to that, which is 1 mood stabilizer, 1 antidepressant, and 1 antidepressant. So I'm down to 1 mood stabilizer, 1 antipsychotic, and 1 antidepressant. He decided to put me back on Lexapro, which I wouldn't have chosen to do on my own, but is probably a good idea, really, when I think about what he said about it. He listened to me describe my symptoms of crying spells and other kind of depressive symptoms, and he said, you're depressed. Let's put you back on Lexapro. So we're going to do it, and I feel good about that. The downside to going back on Lexapro is I lose my sex drive, but the upside is I feel good. I feel good in many other ways, and I feel more up. And I cry less, which will be good. So the details on the medicines: I was taking 2 mood stabilizers, lithium and carbamazepine, or Tegretol. And so now I'm just going to be taking lithium. I'm taking 1,200 milligrams a day of lithium, and I'll be taking, we're going to taper off the carbamazepine, taking a little bit each day for a week, and then stopping it completely. He said that he was, and that's the medicine I most wanted to get rid of, is carbamazepine, because it's the medicine that seems to me to be, it has the bad kind of liver damage profile. It's, from what I've read, it can metabolize other medicines, so it weakens the efficacy of your other medicines. And I just didn't want to be on 2 mood stabilizers. I was just against that idea, especially when one hasn't been tried fully enough. We've never, until now, I'm now on a dose of lithium that's high enough. I actually don't even know at this point. I got lithium levels taken yesterday, so I still don't know if my lithium is at a therapeutic dose. But I'm taking 1,200 milligrams a day, so I'm at least taking a reasonable dose of it. Um, so, and it just bothered me that when I went to the hospital, they put me on carbamazepine, um, not even knowing if lithium was working for me. And Dr. Estes today agreed that he said, unless you tell me that as soon as they put you on carbamazepine, everything got better, I want to take you off of it. And I was like, that is not what happened. Things did not miraculously cure themselves into Wizard of Oz level loveliness when I went on carbamazepine. In fact, I didn't notice any difference whatsoever. So he said, all right, we're going to take you off of that. If I had just gotten that today, I would have considered it a major win. But I got a whole lot more. So anyway, I was on 2 mood stabilizers, lithium and carbamazepine. Now I'm just on lithium. I was on 2 antipsychotics, Risperdal and Safras, and now I'm just on Safras. We're stopping Risperdal completely, and he's putting me on 10 milligrams a day of Safras, which is good. I think Risperidone or Risperdal worked well for me for a while, and it just has more side effects listed than Safras does, so it's a good time to kind of upgrade my antipsychotic. So we're upgrading the antipsychotic from Risperdal to Safras, and as of today, I'm not on Risperdal anymore. I'm on Safras only. So that takes care of my mood stabilizer and my antipsychotic. I was on 2 other medicines. I was on trazodone for sleep, which I wasn't taking, so he just took me off of that. And I was on Buspar, the medicine that I abused with grapefruit juice earlier today, to no effect, by the way. And this Dr. Estes today said, basically, you would know if it was working. He said you would feel a difference in your anxiety if you're taking Buspar, and to the degree that you would know when it wore off. Like if you were taking it only in the morning and it was working, you would know when it wore off in the afternoon. I've never experienced that with Buspar. I've experienced nothing with Buspar. And he came to the same conclusion today that psychiatrist Dr. Meehan in the hospital in Vermont a couple of years ago came to with me and Buspar, which is that it's not working. Buspar doesn't have any effect on me. It doesn't seem to be getting, the job done in terms of anti-anxiety, so why even take it? So this doctor, and I said this earlier today, I'd rather be not even on Buspar. And this doctor took me off Buspar. So I think that sums up the medicine changes that happened today. I feel really good about them. So basically, I'm psych med wise, I'm only going to be on lithium, Safras, and Lexapro. So that feels good. It feels like a big win. That's not how I expected that to go. I was definitely feeling more pessimistic going into the meeting. And I'm glad I saw a different doctor. I think that my other doctor, Dr. Nara, was trying to, she was kind of going on the logic of, let's not change what they did in the hospital too quickly. If things are working, then let's leave them the way they are. But things haven't been working really that well. I've been not sleeping too much, having hallucinations, which I attribute to, I just gut feeling think it has to do with taking two mood stabilizers who each have hallucinations as a side effect. Could be wrong, who knows. But anyway, Dr. Nara's was a little more hesitant to change medication than Dr. Estes. And as such, I'm glad I saw Dr. Estes today, because I wanted to change medicine, and we did. So I feel good about that. If this works, I might not have much to blog about. if if things go stable for me again, it could be a wonderful, wonderful thing.